be careful when you let your dog out in certain places because you don't want your dog to go somewhere around your house that's near the street, especially if they're a little out of control and they kind of frighten other people. But it's important to get your dog in as soon as possible once you realize he got out somewhere through he shouldn't have gone through. Sorry, my hand was in the way. I'll cut that part out. Anyway, hi everybody, it's Mena. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is the very first video that you're seeing of me, then welcome to my channel. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. If you did not already, I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoon sometimes, and I have Humphrey here with me and a cup of coffee. And I'm gonna do, oh whoops, oh man, sorry. Sorry, I just spilled some of my coffee and I had to go clean it up. And I've been trying to make this story time without spilling coffee, but I'm not having the best of luck. So anyway, today in this video, I'm going to tell you guys a story about how my friend's dog got out and through his garage and we had to get him back in before he went to school. So this is a story just to let you guys know, if you have a dog and you let him out, make sure you be careful not to let him out through the garage because you don't want him to get into anything dangerous. I don't know why they let their dog out through their garage. Maybe they thought he needed to use the restroom or something. Or they were going to let him out to go to the restroom through the garage. I just don't know why he was in the garage. So just make sure if you let your dog out through the garage, make sure you watch him so he doesn't get out. And that's just super important. Always let your dog out in your front yard. If you have a fence, don't let him out if you do not have a fence because you don't want him wandering in the street. So I'm going to get started and I hope you guys enjoy the video. I apologize, Humphrey just tickled my ear. But anyway, this all started, I think, about 14 or was it 15 or 16 years ago? I can't remember. I was a sophomore in high school. I went over to my friend's house because I would walk to school with him. So I walked to school with my friend. 1 second. Okay, no, I actually go to my friend's house so I could walk to school with him. Sorry, I had to rewind that. And so I get there, I knock on the door and he says, "I'll be out in a second, Mena." And I'm like, okay, take your time. So I'm super flexible because I showed up there at 7:15 and we didn't have to be there till 7:35 because our first period class didn't start till 7:35. And so I stand around, wait for my friend, stand on his front porch. And then as he opens his garage, sorry, I have a sniffle. He opens his garage, his dog pops out through the garage. I get a little worried because I don't want the dog to go into the street. And this is a big dog. It's like a big Rottweiler. And this dog kind of scared me because he would always bark at me, growl at me, kind of get a little irritated with me. And I thought he didn't like me at first, but it's just he wasn't used to me because I had other dogs around and I wasn't around him all the time. So anyway, I get worried because the dog is out through the garage. I don't want to grab him because I'm afraid he's going to like bark at me. And so I just don't want the dog in the street. So I knock on my friend's door and I go, "Hey, I'm sorry. I don't mean to rush you, but your dog is out." And so he looks and he gets kind of irritated. So I'm not sure how the dog got out through the garage. I think maybe his sister accidentally let the dog out through the garage. So my friend says, "Sister," I'm just saying sister just for safety purposes. And he goes back in the house. He goes, "I'm so sorry, Mena. I'll be right back." And I said, "Not that big of a deal." So my friend closes the door, goes and gets his dog and calls his dog. His dog takes a bit to come inside and his dog runs back into the garage and then he gets him in the house through the door. And so he gets the dog in, closes the garage door and closes the door that opens his garage. And then he comes out with his scooter through the front door and says, "I'm so sorry about that, Mena." And I said, "Not that big of a deal. I totally understand. You were just making sure your dog was safe. I'm just glad your dog got into to your house okay, blah, 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 blah. So once we got the dog in, he locks his door and then walks with me to school, and then we start to talk about something else to get my friend's mind off being angry about his dog getting out, because he was very irritated that the dog was out in the front yard through the garage. And I think, like I said, I think the sister accidentally let him out by accident. So we walk home. So we walked to school and then just decided to talk about something else so my friend doesn't start getting irritated about the dog being out through the garage. Oh, and you can see my... So the moral of the story is you never really want to let your dog out through the garage, because you don't want your dog to get into anything that's probably in the garage that's not safe for him. And also you don't want him to run into the street, because that's also dangerous as well. And you need to be super careful, because it's just, your dog can run away, your dog can go in the street. It's just not a safe thing to let your dog out through the garage. Only let him out through either the front door if he's able not to run out the gate, or let him out through the backyard so it's safer. So that was a story about my friend's sister accidentally let their dog out through the garage. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoon sometimes, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye.